Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I'm a little late. I just wanted to make sure my Wi-Fi was turned off, which it was not. So we know that routine. For whatever reason, I cannot go live with my Wi-Fi on. Oh, we gotta change the lighting on. There we go. That's much better. Happy Tuesday, my friends. Today is Tuesday, June 17th, and hope you are all doing well. I need to just make sure that my screen is up and I'm good to go. Yes, we are good to go, my friends. Today is Tuesday, June 17th, and welcome back to another episode of Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jennie. For those of you that might be new to my page, welcome. My name is Tammy Savello, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And welcome to Cards by TLC. Good morning, Jennie. Hope you're doing well this morning. Today, Jennie and I thought it would be fun to do 3D projects for you since I have not quite created the tote version of the Notes and Totes in a video. I thought it would be fun to dive into that today. So I have created a cute, fun hand sanitizer holder. You can put anything in it, but let me kind of show you where it came from. It's actually can be found on page 81 in the annual catalog. And I just noticed in the sample, how fun is that water bottle with your favorite like powdered drink, or whether it's like your favorite like high C or whatever you like to put your powder drink in, and add that to a water bottle along with a gift card. How fun would that be? So I'm totally going to steal that idea and maybe do that if I do any summer. That would be a fun thing to do for summer craft fairs. So I absolutely love this bundle. And it comes with these amazing dies. So like I said, we are going to be creating this fun 3D hand sanitizer out of our bag today. So let's kind of go over the parts and pieces and what I've die cut out. Let's kind of review. If you have not seen the dies, let me just kind of briefly go over what the dies are. We have our tote bag, which is this large die right here. We have our fence piece. So if you want to hang your tote bag on the fence, there's that. We have our strap pieces to our totes. There are two handles. One actually looks like headphones, and that's the one that we are using today. So you could actually use that as a handle or headphones. And then we have this standard handle over here. We have a like newsletter, like a magazine or newsletter, a pocket, scarf, cute little sunnies. So let me just kind of briefly show you on the sunglasses. You can either cut them full. So this cuts out the, I guess, the glass of sunglasses, and this cuts out the frames, and it does cut out solid hearts. So you can even save that for like a shaker card. So we have our sunglasses, we have our scarf, we have our water bottle, suntan lotions, and then we have some cute little sea elements. And I just realized I am missing my little starfish off of there. So I need to hopefully find that for my class that I'm supposed to be filming next week. So I've got to look for that. It kind of came off of the thing and it's tiny. So I just realized that I'm missing my starfish. Darn it, I need to go on the hunt for that. So for today, we used the 2025, 2026, or 2025, 2027 in color designer paper. And this is the pattern that I used today. I used this for my tote bag. And then I used the stripes for my scarf. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut out two totes. You're going to want to cut out two of our strips. Two of our strips. And then you're going to want to cut out 4 straps I did 4 because I wanted to double up to make it more of a sturdier handle, because this is a heavier item. You can get away if you're just doing a gift card, you can just do single handles. And then our scarf, and then we have our pocket, and then our cute little sunglasses that I have already pre-set that up. Good morning. You Secret C it is. Good morning, Anne. Hope you're doing well. So let's go ahead and build this baby up. Also, if you happen to have 2 silicone mats, this is pretty handy for this project, because this way you can put your item down and then put this on top of it to kind of press if you have excess glue. I'm going to try not to have the excess glue, but you never know what happens. So these have little creases already, score lines already embedded. So what I'm going to go first and foremost is I'm going to kind of go over these score lines and fold those up, so we can, ultimately what we're doing is we're piecing these together and then folding that up. So let's go ahead and go over our score lines. We have this, and we're keeping this today. Typically what I've been doing on my cards is I've been cutting this off, because you don't really need this, because this folds up into the bag. But we are keeping that little tabby today. Okay. Just making sure I am going over all of my little score lines. That one didn't score very well. I got to be careful with that one, because that's a critical piece that folds up. And on some of these pattern papers, the score lines are a little challenging to see. So I'm trying to go as close to the camera as I possibly can without being annoying. There's that. And there's that one. And I folded that. And these have tiny little scores just like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and kind of get these pieces off to the side a little bit further. I think I'm still in frame if I do this. Looking to see. Let me just kind of push these off to the side. They're kind of hard to grab because this is a silicone mat as well. Okay, there we go. So first things first, and you're definitely going to want to use some liquid glue on this, just because it allows that wiggle room. So I would suggest having a couple of silicone mats and some wipes, just in case your fingers get a little goopy. I'm going to try to avoid that today, but we will see how that works out. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add adhesive just to this bottom portion, and then we're going to lay that right on top, just like so. So first step, this is really the second step, because the first step is scoring your paper, and then the second step is adding just a little bit. Don't get too crazy with it, and add. See, I'm already flipping. I am already kind of messing this up. There we go. And don't like press it like I just did, pushing it out, because it will come apart. So you definitely want to allow that to dry. And see, basically these are going to fold up and fold in like so. Our next step is these tabbies right here are going to be folded up, because these are going to go inside our bag. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is we are going to be adhering those together. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue to this left-hand side, just this top part, and very little. A little goes a long way on that. So we're going to fold that up. Make sure our little tabs are on the inside. And I've already kind of goofed that up just a little bit. We actually want to add, sorry guys, I did this a while ago and I just want to make sure you're actually going to want to fold these in and do the outside tabs because we're going to be pinching them together. So we are going to fold those in, pinching just the top part first and foremost, and then you're going to come in here and kind of pinch the bottom just a little bit at a time. And I just realized that I forgot to put on the straps. Oh my God, Tammy, follow your own instructions. Okay, we're going to stop really quick and put the strappies on. It helps if I follow my own instructions. So I'm going to add some liquid glue. I am keeping it real with y'all today. And actually, that might help better, to be honest with you. You know what? I think that actually helps better because when you put the bottom on, you can wrap that around. So technically, I didn't goof up. Technically, I just gave myself a step that actually might help. So we're going to go back to pinching those edges together. And then we'll add, I know it'll be awkward, but I think it's actually going to work out better, to be honest with you. Happy accidents, right? So I'm going to just add just a little bit of liquid glue. Fold these pieces in. And I'm just going to kind of gently make sure that that's in. Fold those pieces. And I really think that's going to be a lot easier putting the straps on, in my opinion, because this bottom half, you're going to want to just kind of gently like wrap around the bottom and crease those over. So really, that makes more sense in my opinion. So now I'm going to come in here, right where that crease line is. I'm going to add just a little bit more liquid glue. You can do it however you want. If you feel that it's too hard or too cumbersome to hold the project and put the straps on, if it's easier for you to have it flat, then you can certainly do so. Here we go. And I'm just kind of doing a little bendy thing right here just to make sure that it folds up a little bit. There we go. And then here's the part where I'm going to add some liquid glue to the whole thing, and I'm just going to kind of gently bend it around the edges. And then I see where I'm putting my finger in here, holding that open and just kind of bending that around. To me, that's a lot easier to do it this way. Get down here a little bit lower just so you guys can see. And give yourself the patience for the glue to dry. There is that, and see how that wraps around real nicely. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Going to come in with some glue right where that crease is, because that's where my straps are going to line up. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. Sometimes, like, as you're working through it, you find something that makes more sense. It does look a lot easier. I know, Jenny, I kind of wish the score lines were a lot easier to fold, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So in my opinion, it's easier to put the bag together, and then since you're using liquid glue anyway, just use that to put it on and then bend it around. Because, like, look on this one, this is kind of coming apart a little bit, and that's because I did the straps first. So in my opinion, this happy little accident may have worked to my benefit in this case. And I love when that happens. My world. And you love watching my real world process. My friend, it's like in my real world brain process, it's like a squirrel on steroids trying to cross a busy freeway. That's what goes on in my head when I craft sometimes. Okay. Now we're going to come in with our second little strap here. I love it. Who loves this bundle? I would love to know in the chat if you have played with this bundle yet, if you have not gotten it yet. Do you plan on getting it? I hope that this encourages you to possibly get this bundle, because the 3D tote is super duper cute. I'm just going to hold this down here just so it glues down. Yeah, that works a lot better in my opinion. So cute. Hold my finger down there and hold it down in place. I think I need to do just a little bit more glue, or maybe even a glue dot would work in there in that bendy piece. Maybe if a glue dot would work better for you, maybe do that at the edge. Well, thank you, Anna. I really appreciate that. I don't look at you as your brain is squirrel, but if you say so, my friend. Okay, and there is our cute little tote. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my handles, and like I said, I'm going to double up these handles just to give it, because it's a heavier item, to give it more stability. I'll lay that on top. This is where you definitely want to use some liquid glue. I'm going to come in with my second silicone mat and press that down. It absolutely, it's honestly, hands down, I think it's probably one of my favorite bundles. It's top 3 for sure. Maybe top 2. Let's go ahead and bring in our second handle over here. Okay. Come in and press that down. There we go. Now we have more sturdy handles for our totes. Like I said, if you're just doing a gift card holder, you don't have to double up. But if you have something heavy, if you want to throw in some candy, or like I'm doing the hand sanitizer, I would highly recommend doubling up the handles just to give it a more stability and more realistic 3D look. Okay, centered that. Now I'm going to line this up. I'm only adding glue just to the bottom little spot of our handles because it's going to come up, and I'm just going to eyeball that, line that up, and that's, I'm going to kind of press that to make sure it's lined up. Let that glue. Here we go. And at this point, I'm looking as to what's better looking on. I think I like this to be my front and the other side to be my back. So now I'm going to come in with my cute little pocket. I'm going to center that. The only downfall is you really just kind of have to come in at an angle with pressing that down with your fingers, with the fingers on the inside of the tote and the outside if you have attached your tote together. And I'm going to come in with my cute little scarf, kind of just doing the whole secret C. Come in here, and I didn't have sunglasses on my original, but I'm gonna put sunnies on this one for sure. And oh, I think I put self-adhesive sheet. That's another tip that you're gonna want to do when you die cut out your glasses, especially on the frames. You're going to want to use self-adhesive sheets. Otherwise, you're going to be one cranky person trying to put glue on the frames of the hearts. And I think that silver kind of breaks things up. And you are ready for the beach with your hand sanitizer. This makes a cute little, this would make a cute teacher gift. Like, end of the year teacher gift. I'm sure everybody's out of school by now, but I love this color, Jenny. Honestly, I am 100% sold on these colors. These have become my new favorite ink. The ink colors have become my new favorite colors. So there is our cute little tote. Maybe you can add a couple pieces of candy in there, a gift card. But like I said, this would make a fun end of the year teacher year, or even the beginning of the year. Kick it off with some hand sanitizer for your favorite teacher. Absolutely love this. But this is it for me today. Please be sure to head over to Jenny's live today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at Stampin' with Jen, where she'll be making an adorable treat box. I cannot wait. I told her I need this. I need that box in my life. So I can't wait for you all to go over there and join her as well. Please be sure to check out my YouTube channel on Thursdays. I kicked off my template Thursday with Tammy. So please be sure to head on over there and hit that subscribe button and notification bell in case I don't want you to miss out on any of the videos. It informs you when I upload any videos or do lives. And please come back on Sunday. June 22nd, I believe it is, at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over on my YouTube channel. And I will see you all next time for more creative fun. I believe Jenny and I are doing kits next week. So stay tuned for my kit that's going to be fun. One of my kits that I wanted to do was on back order, but I did get an alternative. So please be sure to check all the socials of both of our lives. And if you need the sizes and dimensions, they will be on my card, or it will be on my blog tomorrow at cardsbytlc.com with the replay and links to both of our videos. So thank you all for joining me, and hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all next time for more creative fun. Bye, everyone.